live on Twitch only right now. We should come back onto YouTube and restart it up, I think. Don't see it live on YouTube. Need to get it live on YouTube. It's all good. Oh, it looks like we are live. Just can't see the chat right now. Great. Welcome everybody to this free training, how to start a YouTube agency. We'll just get rolling here right into it. As I do care a lot about the recording, not so much the live stream, but I do like to have you guys live so you can ask questions.
Okay,
great.
We are live.
Oh, perfect.
Can't see the chat right.
Great to see you there, Rich. Perfect. Love to see it. So, what is the point of today's live stream or recording? Is a complete walkthrough from my perspective on how to start a YouTube marketing agency all by yourself. Like no capital, no really special knowledge. I know so many of you out there are ready to take the leap into freelance services, video marketing. And video marketing is really where I got my start as a freelancer. So I'm going to share some stories, some experiences, and I'm going to help you see how you could take the leap and get started this year and get your business going. Does that sound like a good idea? I'd love to get my chat going. Let me bring you guys over here. For those of you who don't know me, just in case, while we're waiting to get started here, my name is Rich Uch. And I'm the founder of the Rich+Niche Digital Marketing Academy. I've been making videos on YouTube for 4 or 5 years at least about digital marketing and how you can become a better marketer, how you can have more success online, how you can help clients and get paid remotely. I mean, I think that's really one of the big angles that I've covered in the last couple of years. A lot of people can teach digital marketing, no doubt about it. It's not the biggest rocket science anymore, but I think what makes our content unique is our perspective from services and how to become a professional, right? 18,000 viewers. Great to see you out there. What's up, Manoj, Constance, Milos? Great to see you guys out there. I can see the chat now, and I'm excited. Let me have a little sip of coffee. Let me know where you are watching the stream from. Let everyone know it's an international affair. Now, before I get into some of the technical knowledge, some of the real meat, let me just paint a picture for you. It was 2017, 2018, and I was on the verge of becoming a fully bona fide freelance marketer. I was studying every single aspect of digital marketing. There wasn't one thing I didn't care about. I wanted to learn it all because in the end, I knew I'd have my own business one day and hopefully many businesses. And I remember at the time, Gary Vee was always talking about like, we can start a lot of businesses now because we built a marketing agency and that's kind of like the engine. And I think that's really true. I do think that the marketing now has really become the engine of most businesses. So I think it's just invaluable, right? So here I was thinking like that, right? And I had just closed my first like real freelance client. Like I tell the story all the time. I'd done tons of websites, little jobs here and there, even some big video projects. But it wasn't really sustainable for me because I didn't have any clear way of speaking to clients about these ideas. I mean, I knew they were coming up, but I was pretty immature at the time in terms of being a freelancer. I was still just discovering how that works. But I really knew that video was coming up, and I was spending time with video. I'd already made a lot of videos at this point. And I knew that if I could somehow offer it as a service, that would be a good thing because videos, they need to be made all the time. You rarely just make one video anymore. That used to be the old days. One commercial to rule it all, right? But now people need videos all the time, if not lots and lots of videos. So I believed in YouTube back then. I believed in videos back then. I still believe in it now as the place to be. That's why I put all my focus primarily here. And at the time, I had just gotten that first client. I was only getting paid like $600 a month, but I knew that was just a start and I was onto something. And I went after another client. It was a local company, not a big company, and they were in the yoga space. And I knew they needed videos. See, in Vancouver, where I was living at the time, there was a lot of yoga studios, but I knew if this yoga studio makes good videos, they'll attract the more modern tribe, the more up-to-date audience, the more digital people. Maybe. That's what I thought. And I think it turned out to be right, because I started making 2-3 videos and clips a week for them on YouTube, and their SEO across the board was good. And we were rivaling rank 1 for some pretty big keywords. We put so many other yoga studios in the dust in terms of SEO and website traffic, but we were really competing at the top, and we were just a new studio, a new fresh kind of face on the scene. And at that time, I was charging $1,200 for that. And I think that's a great starter price point. And we're going to talk about how you can be offering a $1,200 package this month, if not today, you know. And I'm going to show you like what that might look like and then how you can build on from there. All I was doing was saying, hey, you got to send me some videos. I'm going to chop them down and make them clean, no junk. I'm going to put like a little intro and outro on it. If it needs captions and it's going to social media, I'll do that. Man, captions were so horrendous just 2-3 years ago, 4 years ago. It was so much work. And that's all we had to do. You know, it really didn't take much back then. Now it takes a little bit more, but it's not much different. It's all about effort and intention. If you really want to grow a YouTube channel, it's very easy. You just have to have the effort and intention. It's that a lot of people think of it as nice to have, not an all-in. Most people should be going all in on YouTube. That's a lesson that I've learned. I tried so much in the last few years. Nothing comes close to YouTube. I wanted other things because you know why? Some entrepreneur came to me and they were higher up than me, multi-millions, and said, hey, you know, I kind of want to invest in Rich+Niche, but the reason I wouldn't is because you only make YouTube videos. If you can show me that you can get another channel, and that kind of distracted me, but I thought it was true. I thought it was right. And I tested, dabbled a few other things. I'd like to keep going, but my point is that I didn't see anything come close to YouTube. I mean, YouTube creates raving fans. YouTube connects you with your audience so much more. And I think like getting bigger on YouTube is actually really dangerous. I think your mindset shifts so much. I know it did for me. It became harder to make videos. You feel this pressure. Anyways, that's sort of the higher up stuff. Forget about that. Let's talk about helping local businesses dominate their niche with videos and how easy that really can be. So there I was making like $1,800 a month, freelance independent services. And I told my wife, you know what? I'm going to make this work. This is good. This is validated. We can go fully remote. And within the next month, we moved. We left Vancouver to a much nicer town. You know, we lived in downtown Chinatown, which is cool and funky. And we lived next to the cool vegan spot and the cool grocery store. But 2 blocks over is the world's densest, you know, intravenous drug usage locale. And, you know, it just slowly started spilling over into that local community, and it wasn't what we wanted anymore. And we wanted to have kids. And so we moved to a much more remote town, and it was wonderful. There's no crime where we live. You know, it's very quiet. There's no traffic. You can go any restaurant you want. It's nice. We have tourist towns. We have a lot of nice stuff. And that was when life really opened up for me, because I said, you know what? There's so much advantages to living remotely that you don't have to pay for parking anymore. You don't have to pay high rent as much. You know, even the restaurant prices can come down a bit because they're less in demand, and so on, right? There's so many advantages to gaining a remote capability with your income, because then you get other benefits by moving yourself into the more ideal place. Like, how many people grow up in a town, their parents work there, they're going to work there, and they're never going to leave? Like, that happens to 80% of the people. You don't want that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's that it's not going to be the pinnacle. The odds that the pinnacle of your life is happening in the town where you grew up is very unlikely. And so I'd like you to reach your pinnacle. And so I need you to become remote capable, first and foremost. So you need skills that can be done online. And now there's so much video being needed. you don't even have to shoot the video. You can make enough money from just the post-production and the social media elements. When I was coming up in the early 2000s, making the video was the thing. You know, that was the big endeavor. Now it's more like, how do you deal with the footage now that you just quickly shot it on your phone? I see the chat's blowing up. I see you guys are getting really funky in there. Yeah, you know, I'm making a big comeback because I have 2 kids now, 2 amazing sons. I just love them to death. And they're just so beautiful, so amazing, so pure, so natural, so full of potential and opportunity. It's just so much better than being on your phone. The last thing I want to do is scroll Instagram. I haven't even been on TikTok in a year. I don't care. Like, that is not what life is about once you've had children, which is the ultimate. And if I can make you remote, the next step is you can have a family because you can build a hybrid lifestyle. See, I homeschool my kids. I raise my kids at home. I'm part of my kids' life. I drive them everywhere. I put them to bed. I brush the teeth. In the modern world, you kind of have to. Even if you're like a traditional male, and I believe I somewhat am, you still have to do a lot. Okay, because the boomer grandparents, they're gone to their vacation homes. They're gone living life off their retirement packages that somehow they finessed, leaving our generation with absolutely no future, inflated currency. Thank you. Thank you. But you know what? We will be the ones more fulfilled in the end. We will take the more pride in the end. We will establish the legacy in the end. Should we get to work? Should we get to work? Huh? Pow, 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 pow. Allison, good to see you from Seattle. Gabriel, coming in from Byron Bay. Alexa, from Amazon? Jasmine, good to see you. Poke, good to see you. Coralie, wonderful. Love to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope it's not frozen up in Alaska. Milosh, see you holding it down in the chat. Wow, Poke604 watching on Twitch, is that right? Good for you, man. I want to be on all the streams for my streams. I'm going to be streaming a lot because that's the only format I like. That's the only format I like. Did you guys see my video the other day, 11 Reasons to Become a Digital Marketer? That took me like 6 days. Do you know how hard it was to find the time to clean up, to clean myself, to shoot the video, to edit the video? You know how many times I got in trouble from my wife for being plugged in or... My God, it's just like making videos when you have kids is very difficult, that I may actually have to pivot into videos for kids. Like, I may have no choice. And that may be the ultimate strategy for us, that if we master YouTube and we have children, that somehow, I'm not saying exploit your children, but maybe there's a project there when they're like 6, 7, 8, or 9, and that can go really well with homeschooling, is that they document their process, learning how to make media at a young age. I have introduced my 3.5-year-old to MS Paint. He's a beast at MS Paint. He already selling MS Paint templates on Etsy. Just kidding. I want to teach you something today, okay? And I'll come back to my stories when they're relevant. But essentially, I was doing YouTube agency. I was getting multiple clients. I'd gone remote, and then I got another client. Same thing, YouTube channel. I might jump into the channels I've worked on later, okay? I've worked on multiple YouTube channels, and here's the thing. Don't get distracted by like virality. Virality will come, but you shouldn't aim for virality from day one. And that's the thing. I think a lot of people think that that's important. I don't mind you thinking that, but there's so much more than virality, you know? Like at a minimum, expressing your brand's message on a video, right? Like, I just spent 10 minutes talking about being remote. That's our message, right? I just did that through a video, right? That's very important. It's not about being viral. It's about communicating with your engaged audience to remind them, hey, this is our business values. If you share that, let's see what we can help you with. But if you don't share the values, then we can just kind of part ways and make it simple, right? So why would I talk about YouTube agency? Why would I be so specific? And the first question I want to talk about is, if you've read Hormozi's $100 million offers, what is the first and foremost, most important element? Who can tell me? I'll give you 10 seconds to write it in the chat. It starts with a HM. 2 words. What is the most important thing when you set up your hot dog stand? Is it that it tastes good? Is it that you have the best price? Is it that you have great accessories or, extra drinks or condiments? Is that what's the key to running? Like, what if you could have any possibility for your business, for your hot dog stand? What advantage would you take? First and foremost, don't do anything until you establish a hungry market. It's just going to make life easier. It's such a no-brainer. Do you want to go start a newspaper agency? Do you want to go do a magazine agency? Do you want to go do a TV commercial agency? Is there demand for those things right now? Is that what people are doing? Is that where attention is? I don't think so. All the attention is on YouTube. And you could verify that by going to some sort of website ranking, like I think Alexa.com. Maybe Alexa in the chat knows, I don't know, but YouTube is the #1 site in the world, guys. It's only a matter of time. If it hasn't been Google.com already, I'll bet you Google inflates their own traffic just so YouTube is not the #1 site. I bet you Google does that, because if Google loses to YouTube, even though they own YouTube, it's a very bad perspective if you ask me. So Google's #1, YouTube's #2 if you check. X is coming fast, Facebook is high as well, TikTok's coming. But YouTube might be the world's most important website. And so that in itself is a great starting point. I like it. I don't really like TikTok agency, even though that will work just fine. I don't really like Twitter ghostwriting right now, even though that will work just fine. You see, everyone has their own belief about what's the right idea. And sometimes you have to know that there's a truth that maybe others don't see. And I think everyone yelling about TikTok because of the easy organic reach, there's definitely something that works there. But YouTube remains to be massive. More children will come up through YouTube than they will through other social. I don't know. I think they have both long form and short form one. I'm not sure TikTok or Instagram really will be there in 5 years. I feel very confident in YouTube. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe YouTube is the most strongest platform right now. And if not, say which platform you do think you'd rather bet your business on. Because I don't think you should try and do 2 at once. I think if you're going to go for this route of like, I help people do this, just stick to 1. Let's keep moving forward. I don't want to belabor it too much. What do we got here? Now that you know there's a hungry market, and that's really a lot of businesses because they are cluing in. They now know that every business knows that the key to success is really becoming a media company first. Gary Vee said it a long time ago. I was like, yep, that makes perfect sense. You got to be a media company and whatever you're doing. Because without publishing media, it's like having a store in the middle of the desert, right? And so you absolutely have to find a way for your business to be producing as much as possible. And if that's 1 tweet a month, you have to do it. You'll always have ebbs and flows, and that's an important thing to remember. Very few businesses want the exact same amount of videos every single month. I know that seems logical, and I know you might want to go sell a package that's like 6 videos per month, 12 videos per month, but if you really think about what it's like to be a business owner, that isn't really how people think, because some videos take longer than others and they deserve more attention. They deserve more time. You shouldn't put consistency in number at the top priority. You should put consistency in quality at the top priority and hopefully increase your volume, of course. Now, I am also a client now. I used to only provide services, but now that I have my own business, I love to be my own client so I can discover what that feels like and what the problems are. So the first major problem that I think about, video is very time consuming. Whereas I could make an argument that like social media, like let's say posting on Instagram or Twitter or X, like you can kind of sneak it in like 30 minutes a day, you could, but you really have trouble sneaking in a video a lot. It's just not that way. And I think with the more saturation that you have to spend a bit more time thinking about each video. Of course, if you're a natural, you're a natural, right? Remember, to have a successful YouTube agency, you have to solve problems. So if we can identify the problems that these people have, that these YouTubers have, so there's 2 groups. There's already on YouTube and don't have the time to keep it going, and then there's not on YouTube yet. I would actually focus on already on YouTube. I would want to spend as little time as possible convincing people this is the right idea. What I would want is someone who's desperate to grow on YouTube, hungry, but they have no time. That you're honing in on the right person who says, oh, I get this. I just need someone at my price point, at my quality level, where I'm at in my business to meet me and help me get through this, because I'm not going to do it. I have to run the business. I have to pay the checks. I have to call the people. I have to build the stuff. Like, making videos is almost too much for people to take on these days to be super successful with it. If you just want to wing it, yeah, you can just wing it. But to be tedious enough to add titles to your video, to be tedious enough to go looking for clips, not easy. What is the next major problem? I mean, the industry moved a lot in the last 2 years, so I bet you like a lot of people are feeling a bit shocked, shell shocked. Like, what do I do right now? Like, a lot has happened. So the next thing is that you can be up on trends, whereas your clients, they can't. They don't want to read blog posts on what's working. They don't want to go study Mr. Beast. They don't want to go study YouTube algorithm. Why would they? Why would they? And see, people get in a bubble. They think, oh, why would anyone pay me to do this? That's what they believe. But 99% of people watch YouTube videos and 1% of people work on YouTube videos. It's just so obvious. And this is a huge opportunity. Absolutely. This is the best marketing business opportunity right now. And when we get there, you're going to realize how simple and straightforward this really is. If you can identify this and you have a clear target, I think you have something. Time, trends, last thing. A lot of business owners can't make videos. It's not that they don't want to. They would if they could, but they literally can't. Maybe they don't have a good computer. Maybe they don't subscribe to any good softwares, right? Maybe they don't know how to use Descript. Maybe they don't know how to use the new AI tools. Maybe they don't know how to use Adobe Premiere. It's too complicated. You know, maybe they used to use something else and it's gone now. So these haunt business owners. I find them myself. Like, as much as I've spent time in video in my life, and I believe I'm in the 99 percentile probably, like, these are still hard to keep up on. There's new software to skill up on. There's new methods to stay aware of. And nobody's got time anymore, right? Nobody's got time anymore. When inflation goes up, time goes down because everyone's got to go work a little bit harder to kind of get the exact same thing out of life, which is so unfortunate. So this is where we start. This is where we start. Can we get some focus there? Yeah, this is where we start. You can't start a business until you think about demand. You don't want to make up demand. See, I was a pioneer. It just clicked to me that I'm a pioneer. I'm actually not an early adopter. I actually chop the bushes down so that one day someone will come to the beach and follow my trail. Okay, that's what it is. I thought I was an early adopter. I realized I'm a pioneer. So I'm so much further ahead, and I end up going too far too fast and all the time, you know. So channeling demand is about staying where it's happening, right? Instead of constantly moving forward, which is a mistake I tend to make. We need to channel the demand that exists today in YouTube, not try to create the next fancy thing, okay? So YouTube's a great place to be. Like, I might be like, oh, it's not even that cool anymore. What's the newest thing? But when it comes to business, they're always behind. And you have to, if you want to earn and have a business, you have to be able to thoughtfully stay where demand is and go serve that. Okay, I think we can move on from this. I hope you guys took some notes. Let me come back at you. We've been going for 27 hard minutes. How do you guys like my setup? Is it going to work long term? You think we can do this? So a little bit of story time, back in story time. I got my second client, not my second, my third major client. I had just moved, and it was only like a couple weeks in, and this was the clincher for me. It was a medical expert who is a consultant and coach, and he had a successful medical practice. He was already making $500,000 a year, and now he was starting to teach other doctors how to do that the same. Right now, there's a huge wave going on in the United States and probably other countries. The medical profession has gotten so messed up with these insurance companies that a lot of doctors aren't getting paid enough, and they actually need to escape the system, and they need to stop using insurance-based payments. See, people will get treatments all the time as long as insurance covers it, but the doctor gets less and less and less, and they're forced to do certain like surgeries and stuff even if they don't want to do it. So this is actually a great niche, and it's happening, and you're going to see more of it, and more doctors are going to try and do high ticket concierge service where you pay cash and it's not about insurance. Anyways, that was a very lucrative industry. I enjoyed learning a lot. And just the same, I told this client, you know, I specialize in video. I know a lot about video. I can also help you make funnels. And we agreed on $1,200 a month for making videos and another $1,000 a month for working on funnels and pages. So we're not going to talk about funnels and pages today. I'll talk about another time where if you want to specialize in a funnel agency, that's fine. That's a little bit more tricky. I really recommend YouTube for most people to start. And for him, it was very similar. He would record like a 10 or 15 minute video per week. We would edit that down, and then we'd make like 1 or 2 clips that would go to Facebook, Instagram, wherever, which would promote back to the main channel. So now I was like getting close to 4,000 US a month remotely for me, and that kind of did it for me. That was enough that I could really forget about everything else and just go all in on that. And I don't think the demand has dropped one bit since then. I think that was very early on, and I bet you have a much easier time convincing people you're ready for YouTube, right? Like, imagine 2017, I was like telling people this, and they were like, yeah. I was telling people, you should make a funnel, and they're like, nah. Where are they today? That's the question. You don't always know who to listen to. That's the thing. There's so many people talking. You don't always know how to listen to. So you can't, I don't feel bad, you know, but there's a lot of people, if they had to listen to me, they'd be millionaires already. It's okay. Where are we at? Oh, we are at this.
What's the ROI of your mother?
Wrong button. Okay. What I want to talk to you about next is very important. If you want to convince people to buy your services for video, you need to be able to get them all the way to the end. You can't just do like captions. You can't just do edits. You can't just do uploads. SMMA agency or SMMA is kind of dying, okay? I don't really see that as the way to go anymore. You kind of have to champion video from end to end to care a lot about it. And that's why I also think that being a one-person YouTube agency is amazing, because back in the day, you would have to get 2 or 3 people to coordinate. Okay, the planning's done. Okay, the shooting's done. Okay, the editing's done. Okay, the upload's done. Now one person can do it all because it got so much simpler. That's the big aha. That's the big insight, is that people would pay one person to get what they used to pay 3. And that's just the way the world goes, right? So all those people who specialized in, certain types of edits, they might be getting replaced, and they don't have enough generality to them to shift and pivot. In the digital world, you have to be flexible, right? So I'll go through this pretty quick, but let's just talk about what is the life cycle of a video and then see if that aligns with our solution set, right? So we want to know everything it takes to make a video, right? First thing you're doing, you have to think of the type of videos to make. Okay, so when we finish this, we're gonna say, should we do it or should the client perhaps do it themselves? And if they don't, what services should we have? You might have to plan the type of the video out. Like, let's say you decide to make a how-to video. Great, you got the idea, but now you're gonna plan it. What do you need to make that? Who's involved? What set? Where are you? What equipment do you need, right? Now you have to make the footage. You have to go turn the camera on if that's your job. And a lot of times it isn't anymore. A lot of times we're in this world where, like, would it be great if every video was a movie? Yeah. Would it be great if every video had tons of animation? Yeah. But I'm communicating with 30 people right now and maybe 30,000 people. And we're just communicating. We're just in a conference room right now. No big deal. Right? You have to see that most of the content that goes out will really be one-to-many conference room style videos where people are just trying to explain ideas so that we as a society can grow, right? Are we tackling, problems in society? Are we tackling business problems? Are we tackling community problems, right? Let's keep going. After you make the footage, you got to clean it up. You got to edit it. We call this post-production. After it's done, you need to upload it to the place that you want to show it. This is key. Like, if you just do this, you haven't done anything, right? You actually need to get it out there. It's 2 sides of the same coin. And even if you upload it, you can't just leave it on private, right? You have to publish it. Right? So we can upload things, doesn't mean anything, right? And then finally, I like promote. Looks like my handwriting's getting better. You can tell I've been working on this for a while, am I right? Ideate the video, plan the video, shoot and produce it, edit it, upload it, publish it, and promote it. These are the 7 main steps to every video. If you've got another one, shout it out. Shout it out on the chat. I think that's it though. I think that's pretty good. Okay. Great. Let's talk about potential solutions your YouTube agency would offer if this is how people get videos done. If you help someone make videos end to end, you're a YouTube agency. That makes sense. What exactly would you do? So if they asked you, I need someone to ideate. I don't know how to ideate. Could you ideate? Of course you could. And I would just call it like research. And I think keyword is a good thing to add as well. Keyword research is going to be a big part of it because they're going to be like, okay, we are in hot tubs. We sell hot tubs. Okay, let me go look. Do people also search jacuzzi? Do people also search whirlpool? Okay, analyze would come post production. Okay, you can do that, but a lot of times the client should kind of analyze it themselves. They're not going to want to pay you to do that unless you are a full-on strategist, and that's going to be a higher price point. So keyword research, you do it in a batch, right? Don't just do one keyword. Like probably your client says, hey, I need keywords, and say, okay, here, I'm going to get you 10 titles that are keyword driven for your specific situation. Next we got plan. Maybe we give people like a template to use to help them plan, or maybe we plan it for them, right? I could see that, right? Planning content. Okay, production. I don't think you should do production. You could offer it as an upsell, and I'll show you what Viral Cuts does later. They basically probably just find someone in the area. Or no, that was a different company. That wasn't Viral Cuts. That was another one. That was like Vid Simple or something. But because we talked about being remote, production doesn't really make sense. Okay, so that's okay, because production's very expensive because you have to be in person. It's hundreds of dollars an hour. If people can do it themselves with their smartphone, they probably should. Okay, number 4, editing. Video edit. That's an obvious one. Video editing is a very obvious one. Now, I think there's different kinds of video edits. I think there's levels. I'm going to say levels 1 to 3. There's really clearly 2 in my mind, but I also consider 3 like Super Bowl commercial, like the top of the top, which we don't really deal with, obviously. What else is there? Uploading. So some sort of publishing process. So let's just review. Keyword research in a batch, having a template to plan around, like some sort of outline guide, or you actually do that for them. Give them a template or do it for them. There's different kinds of levels of video editing. You have to have a good, strong publishing process that you know all the best practices for. Like, what's the title and who's deciding that? What's the description and who's deciding that? What are the tags? Thumbnail, my goodness. And then promote process. I think a good YouTube agency should have a way that they can bring people from other channels into YouTube. So imagine just like a social post that references the video. Maybe it's a clip, maybe it's a picture, and sending the traffic back to YouTube, because you want your YouTube video to rise. You want all the people who would like it to see it, and that will drive the watch time up and hopefully algorithmically get you even more viewers. So this is how you build out a business. You first have to identify what the client wants to achieve and solve. And that should be in a hungry-based market, not a dying market. Then you list the problems or the needs. The problems are, I'm too busy to do this. I don't know how to do this. This won't work for me. It's also that kind of language, right? Then you want a solutions list. This is all based on Hormozi's book, guys. I don't reinvent the wheel. I translate for you to simplify, okay? Solutions list. From here, we will take these, decide our package, and go sell it, right? Like, I get it, you know, in a more full stack sense, it can be really hard to find clients because you don't know who you're looking for. You can often deal with unqualified people, and I get that. You have to kind of have an innate sense of what type of people would want digital marketing. It's not everybody. It's not even the people who need it always want it. They don't always know, because marketing, for some people, they perceive it as going above and beyond. They don't realize it's the foundation. They want to stay small, perhaps. They don't know. They don't have the mindset. Okay, so I think that understanding this first part is enough to move forward. You have ideas already, but I'm going to keep taking you there. Where are we at right now? We're only 41 minutes. You got lots of time with me today. I hope you've made the time. We're going to keep breaking this down, but we're already far in because we're thinking now. Do the thinking first. Make sure it makes sense. And execute it. I mean, let's just talk about that. What prevents you from taking more action? Probably clarity and confidence. So for me, bringing the YouTube agency is about narrowing down and getting clarity to say, this is going to work. Everything works. It's that very few people stick with it. They suffer from shiny object syndrome. They suffer from FOMO. They suffer from wanting to try everything. They suffer from all the people talking on the internet nonstop. I really need you guys to start unfollowing a lot of these people you follow because I can tell you aren't taking action. If you followed someone for over a year and you listen and read their posts every day, and I know it can't be me because I haven't been posting this year, but if you've been listening to some people this year and they didn't get you where you want to go, you need to unfollow them because maybe they're putting a spell on you. Maybe there's something they're saying that's holding you still. For me, I'm not like that, right? Because I never came to YouTube to get attention. That wasn't my initial intent. Now that I have a business, I do see why that's valuable. I just think that, you have to sort of clear a lot of the things that you've believed, and a lot of these influencers on social media are giving you the wrong ideas. They're making it too complicated. Maybe I've done that. Maybe I need to take some responsibility for that. Let me say one more thing. If you don't believe me, great. Doubt. Please, I encourage a lot of doubt. And I encourage you to stop listening to anybody. Don't believe anybody. Never again. Belief is actually a sin if you think about it. Faith is dangerous. You have faith in people. Like if you're just blindly believing what I'm saying, you're doing it wrong. You're supposed to get critical with this. You're supposed to ask a question in the chat. You're supposed to say, I don't believe this. Great. Because you know what will happen now is maybe you will go discover the truth for yourself. Knowing the truth for yourself is worth 10 times, if not 100 times, having the belief passed on from someone else. There's so many beliefs in this current world that have been passed on that are just purely incorrect. Purely incorrect, but they are passed on incorrectly. No one cares because people would rather believe the person on the other side than to go do the work to know the truth. And that's why I have gotten further ahead than most. I went and found out for myself the truth. I didn't listen to anybody to tell me what's the right idea. I was willing to go into the fire and be burnt for a while. I still am. I'm still willing to be in pain to discover what is right for me and what's right for any person who might want to break free of the many chains that we have. But it starts with critical thinking. It starts with unlearning the BS from high school and maybe even university. You have to unlearn that stuff. That was designed to control you. To be an entrepreneur is to be extreme. Nobody likes extremes, but that's where the magic happens. The magic happens in the extremes. Everyone tells you, calm down. Don't go so fast. You're going to get burnt out. You're working too hard. No, see, that is what the mainstream wants to say because they love to keep people in their own world. Okay, this is so critical that you understand this. Because if you understand this, you can unravel everything and discover the truth of what it takes to be successful. Because if you're not successful or to your degree of success, the key is to take responsibility for that. The key is to say, I led myself here. I believed in what I heard. Now I need to go find out and know the truth because it must be that what I believe doesn't actually serve me. I am holding a belief that doesn't serve me somewhere, somehow, and I got to eradicate it. That's the key. That will be the key. You have a belief that's preventing you. So when we come to a free training like this, the goal is to clean the slate for a day. Does this work for you? Can you understand how this would work? And could you make a change today? Because if this is, you might just be like kind of thinking you're doing work right now, but it will only be work if you take what I'm telling you and go and take action. And you're hoping, you're waiting for someone to say, look, this is what you should do. And a lot of people have told you, and a lot of people have told you things that do work. Doesn't necessarily mean it will work for you, but that's why you must go discover it for yourself. There's no other way. Business can't be built based on beliefs. I don't see that's how it works. Everybody can have a successful business. It starts with having a good intention. It starts with wanting to help other people before you help yourself. And if you have those ideas in your mind, if you're saying, yes, I want to be a service-driven person, I want to help others, then it's all about unclearing your misunderstandings. Because if everybody could just get in alignment with service, they will go the right direction. And then they'll hit a wall. And that is where they've been learning something that's wrong. Because no one can go wrong serving others. You might say, oh, I can't charge nothing. That will mean I'm not worth something because someone on YouTube told me never charge nothing. You see, that belief is holding you back. One pro bono client could change it all. And that's just one little tiny example of how someone will say something on the internet and you will believe it, and it will divert you from success because you used it in the wrong context. The number one thing I'm seeing lately is taking advice that isn't for you. I always talk about the golfing example. They make a new golf magazine every week. Every time, it's a hook, it's a slice. Can't hit straight. People read it for entertainment. You watch videos for entertainment, but you took some advice that's not for you. You don't even have a slice. Don't change your stance. Don't change your grip. You were on the right track. So you have to be very careful. And honestly, it's about reducing the noise entering your brain. Every time you log on to social, you're putting yourself at risk from people taking away your ability to act because someone got in your head about what is right and what is wrong, about what is good and what is bad, about what works and what doesn't. Ultimately, you have to just do it and see where that leads you and use the feedback for yourself. So if you want to start a YouTube agency tomorrow, well, you can. And I would say get 2 clients, a pro bono client who you tell them, listen, I'm starting a business and I need someone to work with so that you can give me feedback on how my service feels. And then I would become your own client as well. I would start a second channel saying, hey, let's pretend I'm this client and let me just serve myself. And maybe that could be something. If anything, that's for your portfolio for the people who are going to pay you a month or 2 down the road. But if you want to start this tomorrow, by all means, please make the mental commitment. I think we'll come back to commitment in a bit. You do want to have major commitment, but I think we're kind of getting a little heavy right now. So let's pull back. And thanks so much for being here with me today. I'm so excited to be on YouTube Live again, and maybe on Twitch and wherever else I happen to connect to. This is the zone of genius for me. This is the energy frequency that works well for me because I don't want to read a script. I don't think I can help you necessarily, but it's so funny. To make a video that's really successful, it really probably should be scripted. And I learned that the best stuff in the world often is scripted. It's about toning down how much scriptedness comes out from it. Would you be amazed if I told you I was reading a script right now? Of course you would, because I'm not. But that would be the goal, is that maybe I get closer to an outline. But I just want to get online and help people. I just want to be there so that instead of you going to play Fortnite, instead of you going to do some random thing that will never help you, that maybe you just take some advice about how to get started and change. I think that's what it is. We come here to help people change. What else can we do? I don't know. And I just like to be available, and I like to let people know that it's real, and I like to see what people have to say, and I'm happily answer your questions in the chat if I see them. The chat is pretty lit today. Not saying I see a ton of questions out there. Looks like there's a lot of chit chat. Alexa, you're only 14. Fantastic. Getting an early start, absolutely. Where are we next? What else could we talk about? Let's talk about the offer. How about that? Let's talk about what's the price point for your video YouTube marketing agency. Here's the thing I've learned, and I've been teaching a lot of students. For those of you guys who don't know, I run a quarterly lab. I take 8 to 10, 12 people, and we really study digital marketing and build our own independent business. It's hard work. Building your own business is not simple. It's not easy. It can be simple, but it takes effort. You don't just get to click buy it now and you have a business, unfortunately. But yeah, I run this lab, and I can always see the challenge it comes to making an offer. People get overwhelmed. There's a lot of moving parts. Now Hormozy and many others come out and talk about, breaking your offer down into different pieces and not packaging everything, and that's fine. That happened. And then we had the burst of Design Joy and Brett Johnson, the guy who's been promoting his unlimited design, and he's been kind of getting viral. I know a lot of people see that. And the offer world is tough. I get it. And that's why it's so critical to start with a hungry market, because it overrides the need to have a perfect offer and the need to be good at sales. I don't want you to have to worry about sales. Okay? No hard selling. I think that's fair. I think if we can succeed on that, we'll be so happy. No hard selling. That's just not fun. Did you get into this to be a salesperson? Not really, and I get it. I've done a lot of tough sales calls. I've been on all sort of calls. Tricky ones, positive ones, dead ones. I get it. And I'd like to reduce sales if possible, And I'd also like to reduce complexity. Complexity just tires me out, and I'd rather your process of service be complex rather than your sales and lead generation be complex. If you're going to be a one-person agency, which is very viable, you have to decide, I can't do everything. I'm going to have to rely on certain tools, certain process, and I'm going to have certain rules in my business to make this all work. You have to see that you're moving away from a multi-person system where there was a writer, an account manager, a video editor, animator, copywriter. This is how it used to work. There was no one doing a lot. That wasn't what people believed in. But there's been enough shifts in the market to really shift that. And now we have this one-person idea. We call it OPMA, one-person marketing agency. That was what I was doing. I was all by myself, but I had multiple clients. I did multiple processes, and there's no problem. There's no problem at all. There's not one problem there. Okay? That's great. It can be done. There is no doubt about that. Whether you have the skills to be that person, I don't know. But all I knew how to do was make websites and make videos. Everything else translated out of that. If you can make a website, you can make a funnel. If you can make a video, you can make a podcast. Right? So you don't need to know a lot. But we are definitely in this right now. This is happening. This is more economic. This is better for time. And this has multiple points of contact. I have an accounting firm that runs my accounting. I don't like them. If you guys are listening, you guys have got to work harder. But they send me a different friggin' person to talk to all the time, whether it's fixing my account, whether it's checking my taxes, whether it's doing this. And I get it because every year they have this big batch of stuff, and it's best if one person focuses on that. And that's a different kind of business, and that's fine. I don't like that. I don't know who to trust. I don't feel like I can engage. Whereas the one point of contact, the speed and cost, it's unmatched. There is a market for this. I can assure you. There's a huge freaking market of businesses that don't want to spend $10,000 a month on their marketing, that they can't. I mean, go Google how many small businesses there are right now between $100,000 and $1 million in revenue. Go Google it. Someone tell me how many small businesses there are in the United States that earn $100,000 to $1 million in revenue. That's it. Okay, you're not working for Microsoft. You're not working for Uber. You're not working for McDonald's. Those people hire agencies because they literally have millions to burn. It's a different thing. And if you want to start a massive multi-million-dollar agency to burn big companies, that's a kind of a cool strategy. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, if you want to look at VaynerMedia, I think they do good work, but it's just so absurd what is being spent at the high level when virality is happening from the ground up in many cases. You cannot make McDonald's go viral, okay? Nobody cares enough. But a one-person UGC creator could easily go viral because their fries had some weird stuff in them or something. You see? What do you think of this new AIAA stuff? I'm guessing that means AI Automation Agency. I like it. I do like it. I'll tell you the problem, though. If you don't know this, you can't know that. You can't use AI at a high level unless you know the foundational processes that AI intends to help. So a lot of people are making this huge fundamental error right now, thinking, I'm just going to hop into AI like that's a new niche. No, that's a new layer. That's not a niche, that's a layer. Okay? That's not a niche, that's a layer. AI is a layer. Layers are amazing. Layers are cool. Layers give depth. Photoshop was based on layers. Your niche is AI. That's like saying your niche is intelligence. It's like, no, we apply intelligence to everything. We don't just decide to use a little bit of intelligence here and there. Well, some people do. SMMA and SaaS being dead. No. Those are so different. SMMA is dead because social media is now paid social and requires much more than static images being automated to multi-channels. That's level one. Level one, not layer, level. Level 3 is going to be videos, story, strategy. So don't get overwhelmed in AI. Go contrarian. While every noob goes to AI right now, they're going to get all washed out 100%. Go study something very, very hard, like video, like writing, like podcasting. Choose a media. Master the media or the medium. Master the best practices of that medium. And then see how AI can help you. But if you go looking from the AI perspective, you won't even know what you're looking for. And somebody else will just copy you. You see, if I step back, here's what happened to me. This year, AI caught me off guard. It was so much better than I imagined when I opened up ChatGPT 4 that I really had to take a step back. As someone who's a pioneer, as someone who's a visionary, you can sometimes get really clear ideas about the future. And what I can tell you is online courses are going to be great for the next couple of years, but in 5 to 10 years, the way people learn will change. I believe that. I believe that humans are really deep down inside a bit against AI. And so there'll be this pendulum swing of, okay, AI is so exciting, get the hell away from me. I need that efficiency. I can't stand my AI agents anymore. It'll just be like that for a while. Okay. And that's enough of that. I just discovered that, you can't go into AI this year. You actually have to go deeper into what makes you human, and then you can come back to AI. Okay? It's as simple as that. Every person felt the urge to learn about AI, and that's great. I did too. But you should not build your business on AI, especially if you're a ChatGPT rapper. I mean, that's not 50 Cent stuff. That's coding stuff, okay? A rapper meaning, I just put GPT below my app and it's just using GPT. That is not a business. That'll be erased. Even I had one glorious business idea already, and I think Facebook is already working on it. I believe a lot in afterlife and how AI, social media, and content, it needs to be dealt with for dead people, and how they want to present themselves and how they should be protected and respected. And if you look into the Lazarus Project at Facebook, it's getting a little creepy, I heard, because essentially they're able to almost reproduce someone as if they're really posting. So it makes me wonder, are there already thousands and thousands of fake people on social media posting as if they were real people? And are they based on real people? That would be very interesting. And so what's really scary about all this is if you disappeared, potentially, your social media could keep going. And I think we know we're headed in that direction. I think people can feel that. So for everyone's asking me about AI, I'm telling you, step back, put the AI down. Okay? You don't even know what you're doing. You need to come way back. You need to stop looking for the easy way out. You need to start looking for your edge. Your edge cannot be where everyone else is going. Okay, so we bank on community at Rich+Niche. We bank on the human aspect of human connection. That's why we meet on a weekly basis in our academy. That's why we come live. Put the AI down. Where were we? We were talking about no hard selling, no complexity. There's a movement from agency to one person. Now, what do you think agencies charge? $12-month contract, $5,000 minimum. Put a friggin' 1 on that, okay? $15,000 minimum, 12 months. This is scary for a lot of businesses. They have to be making millions so that this is chump change. We're not talking about that. So freelance, 3 months, 3,000. That is something to definitely aspire to. I don't think a lot of people are jumping out of the gate here, but I think this is where you're going. I could put a 5,000 here. Okay, 3 months. A lot of people are going for the no contract, and that's cool too. I think you should start that way too. Completely reduce the risk. But people don't want to change all the time. They don't want to spend more time hiring. They want to get it right the first time. So really, you shouldn't be afraid to ask for a small commitment, especially on your higher tiers, because you're going to invest a lot of time to get started. So that's already a huge difference. And so there's a lot of businesses that like this, because it's a lot safer and smaller and faster. Everything. It's just that if you're McDonald's or Coca-Cola or Nike, you can't take the chance of someone making a mistake. And that's the thing. The freelancer is more likely to make a mistake than the agency. The agency charges you to review everything. They charge you to have assurance that everything's going to be good. And I think that is one of the differences. But in the modern time, We literally just saw the SEC, the group that is supposed to protect American citizens from fraudulent behavior in the stock market. We just saw the SEC put out a tweet incorrectly, definitely causing people to lose money, and then claiming, which is obviously false, that they were hacked. What does that tell me? Nobody cares about a little mistake. They forget about it so quickly. So you don't need to pay to be mistake-free in most cases. You should appreciate that life has mistakes and find a way to just move forward from it mentally. Okay, similarly, if you're just starting a business, stop overthinking it so much. People forget. Okay, you're gonna have to do something really wrong to make it last in their mind, to be lasting. Okay, let's get going on this. Okay? Just pick it. Stop overthinking it. Okay, American price point, $1,000 a month. If you want to go lower, go as low as $4.99 a month. Don't go lower than that. It should be demand-based pricing. Shoot. Okay, so as you get more clients, increase your price. But start here. This is where you can start. Unlimited requests. This is your model. You're going alone. You don't need anybody. You're going to be paid a recurring amount. If you don't have continuity, you don't have a business. That was where I was stuck. From 2013 to 2017, I didn't have any continuity. I had to keep selling and nothing was sticking. Once I got clients on that 1,200 Canadian a month, which is $999 American a month, my life changed. It's all you need to have a few of those. And this is so low stress. Okay, you don't want to start off at $499.99. You're going to be very stressed out. You're not going to be ready for that. This is the general offer. Unlimited requests on all the solutions we talked about. I'm going to break that down a little bit more here, okay? But you need to just have a simple offer. Unlimited requests, let's get it clear. One at a time. So I'll do as many videos as I can for you, one at a time. And if you tell me this video is really important, I'm not going to rush it. I'm going to serve that need. So it's a shift. Everyone's like, how many videos do I get per month? You can still estimate it. You can say, on average, you can expect about 4 full videos a month, 4 10-minute videos a month. You can expect 7 short videos a month. You could say that, but you should follow up with, but if a video needs more attention, wouldn't you want me to make that extra attention for you? Or would you just want me to put it out to meet your deadline? And you could establish that. They might say, no, we'd rather hit the deadline than you put in all this fancy stuff. And that's fine. If that's what they say, you can go with that too. Okay? Let's say I have a client. They're going to pay me $1,000 a month every month. They're going to ask me for different requests. What might those requests be? Well, first, get me some keywords. Second, edit. 3, publish. Remember, we just talked about this stuff. It's very simple. They're going to record it. They're going to follow your keyword advice. You're going to edit it and you're going to publish it. And that's all you could do. You can just keep rolling through this. This is recurring. This is why you're being paid over and over a month to do this process over and over a month. Now, you can do a sub-process. Make a clip. Put it on Instagram, put it on TikTok, put it on LinkedIn, wherever their secondary audience is. So what does that mean? Did you want a clip this week? Yes, I did. Okay, no problem. I can do a clip this week, but it just means that next week I might not have enough time to do the normal thing. Because you are going to establish sort of a general timeline of how long does this take. Okay, this is 1 business day. This is 2 business days. This is 1 business day. This is, 0.5. If you want a bunch of extra clips, no problem. Just understand it's going to push back everything because I do unlimited requests. 1 request at a time. ORAT. Okay, you remember that. 1 request at a time. And you tell your clients, hey, it's 1 request at a time. Ask me for whatever you want. Let's go back for a sec. This is where we were. Now you can see $9.99 a month for this. Okay? Let's take off this. Let them plan their own content, okay? Let them plan and produce themselves. You focus on ideation, editing, uploading, publishing, promoting. That way they kind of chunk it together and they don't get back to you until they're ready to go. Okay, if you want to do this stuff, you can discuss with yourself and your team and your partner, whoever it matters. You can talk to me later on how to do these things. You definitely can do them. But you also want to simplify. Okay, so we'll do keyword batching. We'll do video editing. We will upload to YouTube. And we'll do clips that promote the video. 4 things. That's all you do. And it's all productized. You want to think of the word productize, which means no matter who gets your service, $9.99 a month, you do the same process. You follow the same process. It's not like, okay, Adidas is my client now. I got to change everything. I have to edit totally different for them. That's not going to work long term. You want to repeat. And maybe you update your process, but then it's updated across the board because productizing your service is the key to sustainability, scalability, trainability, selling your business or escaping your business if that's the next level you desire. You may have another business one day and you may want to hire someone to take over to do this. So what would it be like to have a client? Well, you would have some sort of tool or software, maybe Slack, maybe Discord, maybe you use Asana, maybe you use Notes, text. You could use the tool that we're building at Rich+Niche, the OPMA Manager. And you would basically say, hey, look, when you need something, send me a message and I'm going to get it back to you as quick as possible. So in the modern OPMA model, you're trying to deliver fast. And so productization of your service allows you to go through your process quickly without getting lost into sort of the thinking, oh, what should I do for this video? Oh, what do I need to do? It's like follow your process, bulletproof your process. And clients understand at this price point, it's not custom Super Bowl commercial, my man. It's get it done and be efficient. Okay? Video edit, level 1 to level 3. What is that? Level 1 edit is just cleaning out the junk. Level 2 is like adding layers, adding text, adding B-roll, adding music. Level 3 is custom animation, custom scoring, custom anything. Okay, that's not really what you want to do. Level 1 to 2 is where you want to go. Some people need level 1. Like, let's say I want to take this whole video I just made today and just cut it down to 20 minutes and say, okay, I'm going to give you a video. I want a level 1 edit down to 20 minutes. All you're going to do is take this 2-hour live stream, cut out the most boring parts. You're going to have to cut some good stuff, but the last 20 is going to be gold. I only need a level 1 on that. Now, next week, I want to do a level 2 edit. It's going to be a cornerstone video. I'm going to make a video that speaks to a broad, top of the funnel audience. It's going to be how to do X from A to Z, comprehensive guide, And that's going to be a level 2 edit. I need some text on top. I need a little B-roll to keep it engaging. I need a really fast-paced intro with a little bit of graphics. That's level 2. Publishing process is just a checklist. It's just a checklist. You just make sure you're doing everything right, you didn't forget anything, and that you stick to that process. And promoting, that's where you can get a little bit more funky. You know, maybe they have a Twitter audience, a LinkedIn, maybe they have Patreon. Like there's different things people could have where you would want to go. Maybe they have an email list. So you could say, I'll write an email blast and promote your YouTube video. And remember, you're just like having a menu of services. Imagine your client can just read your menu and pick what they want. And they're not forced to have just 5 videos a month, or they're not allowed to go outside the scope, or they're not allowed to ask for extra revisions. And that's why this model is important. This is the little aha here. When you work in creative and there is revisions, it is very annoying to price and charge for little revisions. It's also annoying to ask for them. It's like, oh, you made a little mistake on the video. I gotta ask you to go back. It's just dreadful. You already outputted it maybe. But videos can't have those kind of mistakes. Maybe it's a dead black frame. Maybe the cut went wrong. Like things can happen. It happens to me all the time. So that's something to keep in mind, that revisions kind of drive the unlimited request model. That way, if they're like, nope, make it better, make it better, make it better, no problem. I'm excited to make it better because next month I'm going to get paid again, and I'm just doing the work I love to do, which is serving your brand as a digital marketer. And I love that because I'm working remotely. So if that's what you want from me, that's what I'll do. See, when I had clients, I was not obsessed about packages. Like you only get this. I was obsessed about becoming their right-hand man and saying, you can ask me for what you need and I'll get it done. And that's why I know how to do everything. Eventually you see the problems that people have and you want to go discover how to solve them. You're not just like, here are some posts for your MySpace. I don't care if MySpace isn't popular. You're only getting MySpace because I'm a MySpace specialist. Good luck, MySpace specialist. Know what I'm saying, guys? Know what I'm saying? Question in the chat. How many hours a week will you give that one client that is paying you $1,000 per month? Well, let's look at that. That's a great question. That's $250 a week. I'd say 1 hour a day sounds pretty good. Now, when you're starting, you might have to do a little bit more. Okay, but here's how it works. If I'm going to give an edit and I receive the request on Monday at, let's say 9 a.m., the very earliest request possible, business days only, business hours only primarily, I would return that level 2 video Thursday or Friday. And if it was even more, and I would say, look, I need to have 5 clients to survive. If I had 5 $1,000 clients, I need to be able to handle that, as well as need 5 $5,000 clients. Now, if you had 5 $5,000 clients and you're running this, I would recommend you to hire a video editor and stop doing that. But if you're at 5 $1,000 clients, I would spend 1 to 2 hours a day on each client. And I would expect that some clients forget to request sometimes, and I wouldn't overthink it. I think it's more important that you go discover for yourself, what does it feel like? And then maybe you say, you know what, Rich? This price doesn't work for me. Because what I want to offer, I often need to spend 2 to 3 hours a day, 15 hours a week. I can't do 15 hours a week for $250. I can do 15 hours a week for $500. Okay, so your new price is $2,000. No problem. What I would say is this. Don't think about offering as much as possible. Think about making it simple and great. Don't try to say, I will give you all of this. I will give you all my time. I will make unlimited videos, 30 videos a month. Try to focus on quality. Try to focus on planning and taking the time. And hopefully that balances it out for you. It's a good question, though. I think that's why you have to discover it. And the price point is meant to get you started. Would you be sad if you had to spend 8 hours a day working for 3 clients who paid you $1,000 US a month? So you'd be getting $3,000 US a month. You'd be learning so much because you're working full-time in a new industry or new-ish. You got 3 clients who are paying you month after month, and maybe will lead you to more clients. Are you really going to tell me that how much time that takes matters? Because what's the alternative, right? That's the thing. What's the alternative? You have to say at some point, you know what? Like, I'm not worried about the hours. I'm worried about where I'm doing those hours. Do I have access to clean water? Do I have access to high quality foods where I'm doing the work? Because if you do the work and you're getting that much work, and you've got to see that you're undercharging for a purpose, is that eventually you're going to charge more, but you got to start somewhere. So don't think too much about time. Set it rationally, try to calculate the math, but at the beginning, it doesn't matter. At the beginning, you need to get the experience. And if it's not working, the great thing about the model we talk about, OPMA, is nobody is locked in. And I never worked with long contracts. I always told my clients, if you don't think you're getting value from me, I don't think it's going to work. So you just stop working with me whenever you want. And I felt that that worked a lot, you know, and I think that you will find the rhythm once you get going. And I used to say this a lot more than I do now, but you have a lot of control, you know. You will be able to sort of create a quality experience for your client without overly worrying about how much time. Because at the end of the day, they don't care how much time. They only care that the video is doing well in this case, that the marketing is being effectively done. So you're going to get faster and faster. You're going to then learn automations and AI when the time is right. And that's what we should come back to now is if you were working 8 hours a day and you were a little bit stuck, yeah, I might start thinking about, can AI change this for me, or do I need to fundamentally change my model? I know this doesn't work for everyone out there. And I know for some of you, charging $1,000 wouldn't work either. And that's why this is about how to start. I could have said pro bono for first 3 clients, no charge, right? I didn't say that yet. I don't think you need to, because when you're putting in work to make media, that's pretty intense. That can't be a refunded thing. That can't be something that's no charge. You know, it's different than, let's say you do a little bit of strategy and you give some people some ideas that aren't proven but are likely to be good. You know, that makes a little bit more sense that if it didn't work, maybe you wouldn't charge, right? But if you had to go do the edits, do the revisions, and what they were telling you to do, and it didn't work, that's ultimately not your fault. And that's the thing, is you aren't making the video. They're making the video. You're making the video better. You're helping the video get views, but you didn't actually make it. And so I think at this level, when you're starting out, your clients aren't going to have the high expectations. Go look at what some other video editing companies are doing, and you'll see the price points are quite a lot higher. How are we doing out there? Good to see you, Dex, Gus. Okay, I actually have to take a quick break. I'll be back in 1 minute. I'll let you guys watch some whale footage I shot in Mexico, which is fun. And I'll be back in like 60 seconds. All right, fancy stuff. What a catch that was. That was a shot of a lifetime. I was just off the west coast of Mexico on a fishing trip, and the boat guy said, "I think I see whales." And I said, "You know what? I was sick. I was puking on that trip. I don't do that well on fast boats." But I said, "You know what? I got to go for this." So I got the drone out. It was a little Mavic Mini, and just got it up, and then I looked down at my phone and I couldn't believe that footage you just saw. That view is so rare. You know, you normally see like the fin come up, little blowhole, but to see a family of gray whales of that size and magnitude, and you saw that little boat at the end, that was the boat I was in. And just to be able to capture that was very special and memorable and magical. You never know. You never know when you're going to capture that. So, great question in the chat that I saw earlier. What are some common challenges or pitfalls that people starting a YouTube marketing agency should be aware of, and what are the solutions? Good for you for asking a question. Always good to ask questions. And whenever I get a question like this of, I haven't even started yet, but I want to know what are the problems, what I typically say is, you are creating a barrier between yourself that doesn't need to exist. The special part of building a business, becoming independent, earning money outside of a job, is that you discover how that works through your own exploration. And a lot of people try to get in their head and predict the problems first when they're never even going to encounter that. What if I told you something like, yeah, one of the pitfalls is that, people talk with clients on Zoom and they don't like that. And sometimes people are kind of rude. What if I told you that? And you're like, oh my God, I don't want to do that. And then that never even happened to you. Like, that's a danger. So I'll just say there's no pitfalls. There's no common challenges. It will only be for you that there'll be a challenge. Everyone knows how to make a video. Everyone knows how to upload a video. What could be challenging about that? What's challenging is that maybe you are addicted to video games. Maybe you need to go out every weekend and get drunk. Maybe you have a problem staying up late. Those are the things you should be asking yourself, and should be looking into that stuff. That is what's going to prevent you from making videos and uploading them. This isn't complicated. And that's a funny thing, is we've gotten to this point where it couldn't be easier. Like, you cannot enter marketing before the 2000s. You cannot just enter marketing. No chance. No chance. There were so few businesses at the time. There wasn't enough roles. But what's happening is we're moving to everyone has a business. We're all independent because of the internet. And from there, where are we going to go? And where we are right now is it's pretty easy to start a business. You don't have to think so much. You don't have to come up with some crazy strategy. The demand is there. Remote capability is there. Okay, so that's the good answer, the wise answer. I didn't fall into your trap and give you something, but maybe I could come up with some ideas that are things to be aware of. No, I just can't. I just can't. The only thing to be aware of is that you will eventually find a wall for you, and you need to get through that wall at all costs. And if you're willing to do that, you'll make it. Okay, I'm ready to talk about commitment. Most people would have great success if all they would do is 100% commit. And if you ask yourself this, when's the last time you 100% committed to anything? In this modern world, there's so much choice. There's too much choice. Whether it's health, wealth, relationships, doesn't matter what industry, doesn't matter what part of your life. Infinite choice surrounds us. And so ultimately, you really only need to do one thing, and that's commit, to focus your energy on one thing. Do you know how diamonds are made? Under immense pressure and focus. Okay? So if you can start committing to any one thing and just say, look, I could do all these other things, but my time on this world is finite. And therefore, I must decide, what do I want to do with my life? And once I determine that, I really should commit to that. Now, you don't have to commit to the certain type of work. You can just commit to serving a type of person, right? So what we're talking about here is serving business owners, helping them grow. Notably, we're not really talking about helping corporations. We're often talking about helping individuals and small businesses, which is very noble. Okay, a lot of people might say, you know what? It's silly to do that. And I don't disagree with that, because if you want simple, maybe you should just be going after the very biggest clients. But that is much more challenging than it might look. That is more competitive than it might seem. And what you don't realize is actually very little competition in your local markets, your community, the people you already know. There's not a lot of competition. You can already go capture that. Don't fear competition. Fear a lack of focus. Don't fear, clients. Fear yourself. Okay? You have to find a mindset that produces success. What you should do is ask yourself, what should I do if I don't want success? What should I do if I want to fail? What does that look like? How could I fail for sure? What could I do that guarantees me no success? Come from it from the other side. You see, very many people love to go the other way. They love to set astronomical, arbitrary, numerical goals. Don't do that. Accept the failure, define the failure, and then stay a hell away from it. Okay? Lack of focus, lack of commitment, lack of consistency, lack of intention, lack of investment and energy, lack of service mentality. Those are all bad things. Just don't do those. You don't even have to know what is success. Just stay away from failure. I'm sure you know failure better than you know success. So why don't you analyze that? Stay away from it. Because you're all doing things that somehow it's prevented you from being where you want. Maybe you're really close and you just need to stay focused. But a lot of people are in this loop of what to do next, who to become. And it's because they're thinking about why they won't be successful. They're thinking about all the wrong concepts and ideas. They're not in service, they're in take and get. A lot of this is just mindset. It doesn't matter if it's digital marketing. It can be almost anything. The mindset and the commitment. I choose digital marketing because it's remote, not because it's the richest industry. You might want to choose something, but you got to commit. I'm going to commit to digital marketing. I'm going to stick it out, because I also think that digital marketing is the only industry that actually unlocks further business knowledge. I don't really think that mastering engineering would help me make a business. I might have the best engineering idea ever, but will I know how to promote it? Will I know how to develop an MVP? Will I know how to build a community or an audience? Digital marketing accesses the human component, which is going to become more important than anything else as we enter more and more AI-based experiences. Where are we in this? We're at an hour and a half. We get still more that we can explore. We haven't really talked about getting leads. We haven't really talked about sales. And that's because we started with a really good offer in a hungry market. We're not going to have to overly think sales. What we need to do, though, is get our offer in front of people. There's multiple ways to do that. I don't really want to explore that fully on this call. I'd maybe do that in a part 2. But, there's only so many ways to get attention to your business, right? Word of mouth, content, cold email, cold outreach, ads. You're going to have to pick one, right? Good news. Good news. this skill can be used for yourself, right? If you're willing to have the courage, you can get some videos out of your offer, of your business, or you can demonstrate your skills, which could then translate into people looking into you. Same with like if you offer cold email outreach, scalable mass cold email, the very service you offer is the service that's really good at getting clients. And I think we all discover like getting clients is one of the trickier parts. But how many of us have failed because A, we didn't commit, or we didn't simplify enough, or we didn't find a hungry market where we knew we could target people? We're skipping steps. We started with the right stuff. We started with the hungry market. We know that they don't have time, they don't understand the trends, and they can't do it because they don't have the skills. We got that. We know they're on YouTube. They already started a channel, but there's not enough volume. They only have 6 videos out. Kind of easy to target, right? And trust me, a lot of business owners right now, that's what they're thinking about at night. They're thinking, how do we get more videos? Because if we had more videos, we'd get more reach and more views. And if we got more views, we get more leads and more sales. Nobody gets more sales without getting more leads. Nobody gets more leads without getting more sales and more views. Right? The one-person YouTube agency, starting at $9.99 a month, and it's going up with every individual client. Go from $9.99, $11.99, $13.99, $15.99. Just keep moving it up. Demand-based pricing, right? And that's going to help the people who are worried about, hey, how many hours do I have to do? So even if you do too many hours for this, if you use demand-based pricing, the next person, you're using the same amount of hours, but you're making more and you're trading up. Does that make sense? You do an unlimited requests, one request at a time model, so it's easy. That's easy to sell, right? The guy's going to say, well, how many videos do I get? You typically get about 6-10-minute videos a month, or whatever you want to say. You can always have that in your back pocket. But say, listen, do you ever have really big videos that you want that you think are really important? Or have you ever wanted to do a bunch of shorts and just batch that out? The way I work is you don't have to get the same kind of video every week, but you just have to let me know what you want. And my job is to help you produce that video at the highest quality based on what you give me. Keywords, editing, level 1, level 2, publishing, and promoting, which can often be just clipping. Making sense? Glad to see so many of you still here. Yeah, I was gonna change the camera, but I wanted you guys to check out my speed lines. You know, I was giving myself a haircut earlier. I put in some speed lines. I just really wanted you guys to see that. I believe we can get a remote editor so someone else could control the screen, but once in a while that's going to happen. Mario with a question, where is it? What if you don't know how to edit videos or edit them well? Would you recommend outsourcing? Yes. If you wanted to take maximum action, the other action I would be on is I'd be going on Fiverr and Upwork. And instead of spending my time to learn editing, I might spend a little bit of money to test out a few editors and say, look, I need you to edit this video. I need to see how fast you are. And then I want to confirm, can you take on more? Yeah, I love it. I love that. That's very entrepreneurial of you. But remember when I started this call, I said that you can do it by yourself without startup capital, without fancy stuff. Tech, computers, you don't really need it. I use a basic laptop, $1,200, $1,300 laptop. Okay, that's what you need. You can get away with less. Get a used laptop. You can absolutely make it work. Okay, I want to give you more. I want to give you as much as I can. Okay, I will come back for another one. I think on probably Monday or Wednesday, I'll come back for part 2. But let's look at some stuff online for a bit. How about we do that? Would you guys mind doing that for a bit? Let's look at viral cuts. Booyah! Okay, Viral Cuts, they are getting themselves pretty established. And here's where you want to do some research. Now that you have an idea, I think I'm going to try to do a video agency to start. I'm going to commit for 1 year. I'm going to hunt clients. I'm going to have a simple request model, one price, demand-based pricing. Okay, these guys are doing something very similar. Let's go through this slowly so we can truly understand. Now, this is a good website. I really like it. Nice and big and bold. Really suits the vibe. We make videos that make your brand go big. Now, their unique selling point is to go above and beyond to make shorts viral. Now, that's a little different than what I was saying. I was talking more about long form regular videos where the SEO magic happens on YouTube, the world's biggest website. But I also think it's important to do these shorts as well. Our expert editors and animators, that's a little bit different. Will help you kick ass short form videos and grow faster. It's time you stood out in a sea of sameness. Now, that's a pretty good line. But you don't have to worry about standing out in a sea of sameness because your message is not the same. It doesn't matter if you edit your video the same. That's like saying everyone who wrote a book is the same. No, that's kind of a BS line. Okay. Let's go straight to kind of their offer. We take raw video, so they agree, don't deal with the shooting. Share your long form videos or raw clips with us. Our writing team will help you choose the best hooks and content for your video. That's pretty good. I like that. Structure it for views. Our strategy optimize your edit to get the max views. Create your unique style. We'll help you create your own style. We love brand guidelines. Good. So they're saying make more videos. They're saying stop dealing with freelancers. They're saying no dealing with expensive freelancers, save $50K a year versus hiring full time. That doesn't make sense. They should have said, don't hire full time, save $50K a year. This has nothing to do with freelance. Hiring full time is not freelance. That's hiring full time. Freelance is not necessarily expensive. So they're just trying to write some copy to differentiate, but this isn't selling anybody. Work with a team you trust. I mean, we'll see if you're trustworthy, if you're good. I don't think that's as important. Here's kind of what they do. Here's their menu. 8 ideas. Simple process. Subscribe and share, get edits within 48 to 72 hours, publish and grow. Let's take a close look at the offer. $19.99 a month, includes a world-class animator, up to 12 hours per week. So for $19.99, it's 12 hours per week. So for $9.99, make it 6 hours per week. What did I say? An hour a day, right? Because you have to stop thinking just about you, and you have to recognize you're entering the economy and there's options. So somebody might find you and say, oh, you're half price of Viral Cuts. I'll go with it. Maybe you offer the same thing as Viral Cuts at half the price to start. That's an offer. Good for you. They don't do clip selection for $19.99 a month. There's no unique editing style. It's productized. Max video length is only 45 seconds for $19.99 a month. They are not offering a lot. And so I want you to see, you don't have to give a lot to get paid a lot. And trust me, Viral Cuts got clients. Trust me. Okay, they got nice social proof above. Let's take a look at the creator. $4,300 a month. A business got to be making $1 million a year to spend on this, $500,000 a year to spend on this. Okay, now you're getting full time, 40 hours a week for $1,100 a week. So what's 1,100 divided by 40? That would be like 25 an hour. Definitely you're outsourcing when you have this kind of a package. Now it's 15 videos max, up to 2 minutes. Pretty solid package, something you're aspiring to. Absolutely. I think this is nice. $6.99 a month, that's a bit higher, not going to worry about it. Okay, so that's Viral Cuts. They're a leader in the concept that I'm sharing. Now, they're not YouTube, they're more like shorts agency. But remember, you need to simplify as a freelancer. This is not a one-person business, I can tell you that. This is definitely... let's actually see. Can we pull up any Apollo information? Log in. Oh my God. Hate logging in. Why can't you just scan my irises and log me in already? Jeez. Anyways, I wanted to see if we could see how many employees Viral Cuts has, because I don't want you guys freaking out and saying, oh, well, I'll never be able to do that. Well, of course not. There's probably multiple people on this team. My Apollo's not working. I don't know why. Weird. Have to figure it out. Apollo helps you search your leads up, get information on the company. Here we are. Is this Viral Cuts? Let's see if they're on here. No. So they're not that big. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's go over their FAQs, because you do need FAQs when you're an agency, because people want to understand how it works. And I want you to see how these guys are doing it. How many videos will I get for each plan? For part-timer, you get 6 videos per month. Could you imagine if I had told you to sell $2,000 package and give a maximum of 6 videos per month at 45-second each? Would you have been surprised at that? To me, that sounds a little pricey, but that just means they're good. Okay, and that's why they're good. And so they're having a premium pricing. What's the difference between hi-fi and lo-fi? So they have like 2 levels. Remember I said level 1, level 2? It's the same idea. Hi-fi is like super hardcore animation. How long does a video take? 48 hours. So don't think you got to turn around same day. 2 days is fine. We don't guarantee growth, but yeah, it should help you grow, because they can't control the quality of your content, right? If you send them junk, they're working with junk. Do you offer trials? No. Can I cancel? Yes, you can pause or cancel anytime. Why wouldn't I hire my own animator? You could, but it's a pain in the ass. What if I'm not happy? Unlimited revisions. You see? It's up to. It's 15 videos max. They're not promising 15 videos. If you have a lot of revisions, you're not going to get 15 videos. But that's how it really works in real life with real editors. Your option is to hire a full-time video editor in-house for $40,000 to $60,000. So that's $5,000 a month right there, plus benefits, plus desk space, plus equipment. So you have to see the options all these businesses have. And what did I say very early on? I said every business has finally realized that they need to make media. And I was pioneering this 6-7 years ago, and not every business could see that yet. We're in a whole new space. Let's take a look at another one. I saw VidSimple earlier, and it's like, because I was thinking, oh, that's a good name, VidSimple. And I just happened to find it. Now, this is a lot lower. This is definitely could be one of our students. I don't think it is, but this could be one of our students, and we just don't know it. I would say that this is a freelance level. This could be a freelancer running this site. I see a couple errors on like the design quality, but if you're selling video and you have a nice little promo down here, no one's really going to worry. But take a look at this font. Not so sure about that. Not so sure about any of this here. But, you know, only 5 clients. No big deal. These are some big names. Maybe they have more. These are Lockheed Martin's a big name. I'd be very surprised if they actually worked with them. But look at how many things, a little bit heavy, but really suggesting they can do anything. But like, do you want people who do television working with you? Not really. They don't know anything about YouTube. So there's a different type of person. But look at the price point. $35.95 a month. Like, this person is not, or this company is not sort of dropping down. And their offer is, oh, same price, but you just go in quarterly. And this isn't really the hottest 3-tier pricing I've ever seen, but This is their price point, and you got to lock in for 3 months. You get unlimited revisions, your video or stock video, all graphics, music included, love it guarantee, build quarterly, drama free. That's unnecessary. This looks kind of meh. And these are the guys that had the on-location shoot for $2,500, premium voice talent per inquiry. This makes sense. I don't mind these things. I think these are little things to have, but I wouldn't put it on the website. I would probably talk about that sort of in the sales side of things. But this is not a new idea. You are going in to capture demand. I mean, just look at this pricing, okay? Right? Based on what we were saying earlier, just get one client. You're going to be so happy. You're going to be making as much as I was with my first 3 clients, which is with one at this price point. Like, whoever this is, I like what they're doing, and they may not be the best, but they're getting out there. They got a nice name, and I get it. I understand what this is. Now, here's the thing. They waited till the FAQ to mention the word predator. Now, I love this word. I was a predator. It means producer editor. And they're saying how the average video editor costs $76,000. Not to mention having creative director, blah, blah, blah. A predator is a producer editor, someone who can help write, direct, edit. So I do think like you're kind of predator in this case, but not really because you're not shooting. But you can still be a predator. I mean, it's just this full stack. It's multi-skilled. It's the fusion of 2 roles into one. It's the way the world's going. Specialists are being removed for multi-talented people who can see vision, who can carry a project through. Like, we're going to be in more competitive space. I mean, I could argue with you, you don't have an option. You absolutely have to learn what I'm talking about, or you'll just be left behind. You know, I mean, I could argue that, but just so you know, like, you got people making spelling mistakes. I mean, I make them too. I know I'm not better, but you don't have to be perfect to ask for this kind of money. And you just have to get your offer in front of people. Like, do you think everyone who comes to this site has already heard of Viral Cuts? No, they haven't, because they might choose them. But that's why it's important to have a unique selling point. Video production house without the hassle. Yeah, that's a benefit, but that's not a unique selling point. A unique selling point would be like committed to YouTube growth. I don't know. Viral Cuts had viral videos with animation. This one's just a little bit vague, and I think you can do better. Let me just go to Google, and I'll do a search for unlimited video editing agency. I think that's probably what most people would think about. Let's just see who we're up against. Now, by the way, did anyone search how many businesses there are out there? Millions, 50 million plus. Editvideo.io. We edit all your videos for a monthly flat fee. Why else do people like flat fees? Monthly fees, because then they can predict the cost of their marketing every month. They also like this. Ooh, we got a color palette on our hands, my friends. Whew. My eyes are burning. Get a high quality video editing service at an affordable price. We'll edit all your videos for a flat monthly fee. I don't necessarily recommend harping on the price in your headline, because if you're using demand-based pricing, like, it might not be cheap forever. You don't want to fight on price. You might be cheap to start because that's when you're trying to get going. You don't want to be cheap forever, and you should have a unique selling point above price, because the only advantage is being the cheapest, not the middle price. 48-hour turnaround. This seems to be pretty common. Captions, social media versions. What did I say? Post promotion. Video tracker. Okay, great. Free storage. Big whoop. All right, how does it work? Purchase a plan. Free trial. What about getting a test video for free? Wow, that's gutsy. Should I get one? See, they're just hoping. What is this? Okay. FAQ. Why are there fixed monthly videos in your plans? Why aren't you guys offering unlimited? Okay. Counter to what we said. We believe in being transparent and open with our customers at all stages. Instead of using gimmicks and fancy words, we're upfront. No matter how many visions, we give you the number we promise. Okay, I like that, but I don't think it's necessary, but I like that. What they're saying is, look, everyone's promising unlimited, but what can happen is you end up spending too much time on one video. Is that a feature or a glitch, right? Now, at least what they're saying is, no matter what, we'll give you the number we promise. Now, that's suicidal. That is suicidal. Look at these prices. Oh my God, let's look at them. Weekly plan, 1 video a week for $2.95 a month. Okay, this is overseas. Okay, so you're up against overseas, but you can see it's junky. Delaware? No way. No way. No way. How can you? Okay, so you're just outsourcing. Okay, you're outsourcing to Philippines. Got it. I get it. That's what this is. And you can feel it. Can you feel it, guys? Can you feel that this is not really... I like this landing page. This should be the home page. This is nice. Right? Look at the home page. A little pop-up. All right, I think that's enough of Edit Video IO. Let's do one more. This is research, guys. Competitive market research. Get on it. Unlimited video editing. Okay, look, guys, you're looking at this, right? You're like, oh my God, there's so many. I can't compete. Okay, these people are playing SEO. They're ahead of you. We're not worried about that. You don't need to win SEO to get the clients you need to start your remote life, which triggers everything else that you truly want and desire. I would love for you to one day reach SEO, but you're probably going to have to niche down. It won't be unlimited video editing. It might be unlimited YouTube. Okay, let's add in a niche word. Now let's take a look at the top videos. Look at that. Hardly anyone is using YouTube in their title. I think that's an opportunity. I think we can win this. VidChops, I want to look at that. I like that name, vidchops.com. Add an expert video editor to your team. That's not the headline I really want to hear. But if I was thinking about editing, it's good enough. But that's not it. Remember, to get people to accept your offer, you have to solve all the problems. I don't want edited videos. I want videos that are published, that are getting views. Doesn't have to be viral right away, but I need to get some views. Like, this doesn't sell. Okay, guys? If you don't have great, trusted by icons, don't bother with it. Because I'm just looking at this and being like, oh, no one trusts you. Who is this? What is this? Is this like a family YouTube? Great. But that's meaningless to the world. Like, this works when this says Microsoft, when this says Uber, when this says DocuSign. Like, when a massive company is there, that works more. I mean, this is okay. If you're going to do this, link the channel. I need to roast more sites. I'm good at roasting sites. Can't wait to roast Abby's site coming up. Yes, I know Delaware is a commonplace, and that's why I don't really trust it. Yeah, hit the like button. That'd be awesome. Let's get some likes on this video. How it works: record your video, upload the footage, Dropbox. We edit that footage, you download the video. Okay, so there's no publishing. Meh. That's what he said. We don't publish. Sorry. Sorry. Can't help you. Sorry. Who is this? And what is this? You see, guys, marketing is kind of a valuable skill right now. People don't know how to present themselves in a way that speaks to the person who actually has problems. I have problems. Okay, my YouTube needs to grow more. I need more videos. These sites don't speak. None of them spoke to me yet. Even viral clips, viral cuts. I could see hiring viral cuts separately to try and go viral because I might have the content to do that. That might be worth going for 1 month and trying out 6 videos from them and seeing if I get the leads from it. But first and foremost, your YouTube's got to be rock solid. We give you everything you need to succeed on YouTube. Were they reading my mind? Professional editing, channel management, expert. Isn't it so strange that they waited 25% to mention that on their homepage? Does you see YouTube anyway? Okay, so what they're saying is we like to be broad so that if people come to our site, they don't get scared off. But really, like, we believe in YouTube, but we're not willing to bet our business on it. Because this is a pretty big section here with the red border. It's really slowing me down. What is the Video Creator Club? Okay, this page got out of control quickly. I have no idea where I am in the journey. I have no idea what to do next. I'm definitely not ready to book a call. There's so much here. Let's see what Augie's doing. I started VidChops in 2017 after releasing 300 videos. I literally quit YouTube. It's called YouTube Burnout. I did make over $100,000 with my channel. Okay. Digital marketers, read this. Isn't that, again, so powerful when you call out a specific name? Can we get some padding in here? Is it too much to ask for a little bit of padding? My God. Pop up 70% down the page. Have questions about your pricing plans? No, I don't have questions about them. I haven't even seen them. I like this section. This is engaging and simple. This helps me see, this is what I can get. I want that. They should put this way higher. Marketers, can someone reach out to VidChops and offer them page optimization, for crying out loud? Well, at least you got the good mock-up, the cheat code to growing your YouTube channel, bonus. Okay, so they're trying to throw in a bonus, but I'm not loving it. I'm not loving it. Not bad though, not bad. Look how long that took to get to the pricing with no way to see pricing. Like, did you see on Viral Cuts? They had that bar at the bottom, which was beautiful. Viral Cuts is an A+ website. I thought it was wonderful, but this is, I would be really surprised if this site is converting, man. It just really shows you, like, you gotta not be afraid. You guys can do way better than this. VidChops weekly, 4 videos a month. 3 revisions per video. You know, that's a thing too, right? Like, you only really need 3 revisions, although I think I did 5 or 7 rounds of revisions in my last one, but we were trying a lot of new styles and standards. I think going forward that wouldn't be the case. 1 to 2 days turnaround guaranteed with a star. Love that. Love guaranteed star based on project complexity. Well, obviously. 14 days money back guarantee. I just think this industry is ripe. Because if everyone's on demand-based pricing, as they should be, eventually Viral Cuts will not be affordable for most people. You just step right in there, right? You just take in the next slot, next wave of people. Yeah, there is worse. You're right about that. It's okay, guys. If you don't like it, no problem. I won't make these videos anymore. If there's no likes, I won't make it. It's fine. I'll try something else. I'll try like dancing or something. Rich, check mobile friendly. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? You want to put these people to the mobile friendly test? Now that is danger. Doesn't seem to work well. I think it's just my browser. 2 headlines, same size. Good above the fold with the video. Not liking this at all. You don't put timestamps below your header video that knocks down your call to action buttons. Somebody call VidChops and save this guy's life. My goodness. It just goes to show you, though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun. Somebody forgot to reset their image width for mobile. Ouch. Ouch. Weird, man. It's like they didn't check mobile or laptop. You know what I mean? Like, they've got the spacing here. Remember, I was complaining about the padding here? But there's so many... This can't be right. This must be my browser. This can't be right. This must just be the browser. I don't believe it. I don't believe this site is like this. That's insane. How's everyone doing? Are we at 2 hours? Oh, we are. We are at 2 hours. I hope you're feeling a little bit more clear, but it's going to take some commitment, won't it? It's going to take some action, won't it? Yeah. Is there anything I can answer before I go today? And we'll see you guys back for part 2 in the near future. Was there anything else I should do today before we go? So the last 20, 30 minutes, we've kind of looked at some competitive websites who offer similar service. Competition is good. It suggests demand exists. If you can come in and take SEO right off the bat, number one, it means no one's really thinking about that idea. Okay, so it's good that we see people doing it. It validates the concept, but you can see how you can be better. You can be better by being more specific about who you help. You can be better by having a more clear, simplified website with a clear offer that works very simply. If someone complains, oh, I need 6 videos this month, hey, make a guarantee for them. And don't make it for the next guy. That's fine. You can always negotiate if you need to close a deal. Like, I don't really believe in discounts, but what I do believe in is if someone says, hey, I need a discount, this is what you say. If I was to get you that discount, would there be any other reason you wouldn't move forward? And so we can kind of say, look, I'll do a discount, but this is it. We're moving forward on this price. Like, we're not going to think about that. But honestly, I wouldn't even offer a discount. What I would say is there are so many people, companies that need videos. And did you know what? There's people out there who need videos for their business and their personal brand. There's people who need multiple businesses operated for. So there is no shortage. And this is way too new that you can tell me this is already solved. It's okay if you don't want to make funnels. It's okay if you don't want to design websites. I get that. That's a little bit more intermediate for some. You can master the basics of video editing level 2. Okay, you don't require to be an artist to do that. It's a mechanical skill. I could spend a few minutes going over our recent video and talking about the standards that we agreed upon that we really like. But if there is any questions, I will happily answer them. You guys really like that last website, I can see. Cool. Let me open up my CapCut. I'll just take a look at the oh no, it was edited on my laptop, not my PC. Let's save that for next time then. We'll go deep into the standards of video editing, but I would like to lay it out a little bit. Like, we can talk about it. What makes great level 2 video editing? Because that's really the heart of it. If you're not good at the video edit, you're going to have a tough time worrying about the other things to sell, right? By the way, in part 2, I would like to build out a website for a YouTube agency. I would like to have that fully on. I would like to create my own agency. And I didn't really say that. I actually want to start my own agency. Is my partner here, Amir? Well, he's my first apprentice from this year, and I'm asking Amir to help me build out a YouTube agency. Milos will be involved as well, and maybe others as well, but there's no reason not to get in this game, guys. This is going to be a huge wave, and why I like it is it's easy and simple. And it is very outsourceable. And I believe maybe we could all find some shared editors as well, shared resources that our community can outsource to. Maybe we could have kind of a centralized thing. That would be powerful. And that's where we're going. Not maybe this quarter, but if you haven't had a chance, I should say it now. Now's the time to test out the Rich+Niche Digital Marketing Academy, because for January, we have a special offer. You can come in for a full month just for $1. And that allows you to test out 3 to 4 weekly events. That allows you to come see a lot of our content. That allows you to get a bunch of free resources, including website templates, swipe files. What else do I have listed there? I should just bring it up for a second. I should just bring up the all new Rich+Niche Academy just for a moment. Here we are, a little small. I built the platform. We're 2 months old. We are about to drop our course library. You're gonna have access to all the courses that we have from our old place. If you've purchased those courses, but most important, we have things like in the library, a bunch of amazing resources. What do we have here? You get all of this for $1. You get 3 business website templates. You get my marketing career roadmap. You get my marketing morning routine, my email swipe file, my funnel audits made easy, 700 power words, and my ChatGPT prompts. I'm giving away all that for $1, but you have to subscribe to the membership. And my goal is to convince you in the first 30 days that it would be worth it for you to stay on, that you would make more money than it would cost you, and that the relationships and network that you're a part of would clearly override the costs. Going forward, you must be part of a professional network. You must have a community that you can rely on, okay? So in our community, we've already brought over a lot of our top members. We're just getting this platform started, but we have like a lot of members in here. Got hundreds more to bring over. What else do we have in here? I've got my first basic success path. If you want to come learn the one-person marketing agency framework for $1, you can come in here and listen to these 10 pieces of content, the opportunity, the mindset, the skill stacks. And then we've got the monthly masterclass, which is a brand new thing, which I'll be filling this month, probably with this content, something to do with the YouTube agency. Each month, my goal will be to teach you something outstanding that will help you take your skills and knowledge to the next level, that will make you a more robust and future-proof digital marketer. I'm fully invested in a community-oriented business and building our own platform, because we were limited by what others have created before us. And if we assume that AGI, ChatGPT 5, is on its way, we really need to be thoughtful about the businesses we design and what we build for the future, because some things will not matter when AI is even more powerful. But what will matter is human connection, human relationships, authenticity, reality, as well as all the digital experiences. I believe first and foremost, maintain your humanity, have clarity going into the new era, don't go alone. That's my belief. Those are my thoughts about the world right now, and it's not the time to be a lone wolf. So I'm building what I believe is the most supportive thing. So not only do you get access to the Academy, you're going to also come into the Discord, which admittedly, maybe a little quiet lately because I've been so heads down working on the platform. Like I built the platform from scratch. You know, every little inch is created by me, and it's going to take a bit of time to make it perfect. But let's see here. Main lobby, you know, you're going to get access to 461 people, 23 online. We have a marketing forum for everything you want to know. We have this awesome Success Wins and Brag inspirational channel where people post their success stories. I just want to scroll through the success stories. Like, if you join, you will be a success story, because the way we created it for you is it's a natural progression from no skills to skills, from no clients to client, from no business to business. It's a very natural process. And as the pioneer in this industry, I'm not Russell Brunson ClickFunnels. I'm not Alex Ramosi, but in the freelance independent marketer world, nobody has done what I have done. Nobody has the courage to build their own platform. Nobody puts out as much real live content as I have on this specific topic. That's why this works. That's why I'm still scrolling through the success stories, because every week someone else is going to say, I followed the path. I got my first client. Okay, we're here. We started this June 16th, 2022. Congratulations. You gotta start somewhere. We have the accountability channel, memes channel, review my work channel, priority help, whatever else you need. Okay? So that was my quick pitch on joining the academy. You can go to richandniche.com/trial. You can send me a whole $1, which Stripe is going to take 10 cents from me. So I'm going to get about 90 cents. But I'm going to deliver you $5,000 plus in value if you're willing to take action. I have no doubt in my mind that you will gain that level of value from us, because I've basically been doing the exact same thing for almost 5 years. I've been coming on live. I've been teaching you how to get clients and how to skill up. I refine my message. I keep learning. Now I'm becoming a no-code king. I'm sure one day many of you will do the same. I am the pioneer. You are the early adopter. You're getting ahead of the pragmatists and the pessimists. You're taking action. You're getting there early, and you're going to ride the wave that is digital, that is the digital world, that is digital economy, that is the metaverse. It is all going to benefit the digitally inclined, right? I hope I'm reaching someone out there. Come try a $1 trial. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Show me it doesn't work. Come commit for 30 days. Come say hi to us. We say good morning every day. Did you guys know that? Did you see that? Every day. You come in here. If you're committed, you come in here and you say good morning every day. Every day. Guess what? Look, do you see all these colored names? The color is the level you're at. Okay? You see a lot of orange. Orange is the most committed. The champions. They come the most often. Okay? We've been doing this for quite a while. It's just as important as the success stories. Good morning means I'm here, I'm still in this, and I'm not giving up. And I care about the community, and I'm going to come here first thing, and I'm going to let you know I'm still here. Because we're a remote digital community, right? It's not easy to connect. We don't have a yoga studio. We don't have a community hall. We have to have something. You have ADHD. Yeah, it's a tough world out there, guys. We are all troubled because we are born in the infinite content world where you have no ability to stay in one place. And so if you have ADHD, and many people I hear that from these days, and I'm sure I can easily be diagnosed the same if I wanted to. And not to take anything away from it, I just think we're all truly distracted, and it's a very crazy war for your mind, and you have to battle. And that's why I actually think most people should be deleting social media from a consumer side of things and only using it for publication. And I believe your life would rapidly change if you do that. I believe you just delete social media for 90 days, but you can still go on the desktop and upload. I believe you're going to have a game changer. I believe listening to social media every day is a trap. I do not do that. I haven't opened Instagram in weeks. I haven't opened TikTok once in the last year. I'll upload something through a tool. I don't go there. And that's a difficult thing, is when you have kids and you're trying to control your mind, it's also hard to be the most engaging influencer or whatever you want to call it. Am I an introvert? Am I an extrovert? I don't know anymore. I would have thought I was an introvert. I don't like social media by nature. I see it as a tool to get your message out to more people, but it is a daunting place, and you should not feel bad if you don't like it, can't get into it, but that doesn't mean you can't hack it. That doesn't mean you can't figure it out and do something about it. But if you're trying to figure it out and you follow 1,000 people on 3+ platforms, you cannot get clear. There's too many people telling you too many different things. And I know I'm not one of them, because I think about that. I think, man, if my students are spending all this time reading this stuff, how can they be getting any work done? Because we didn't come here to be entertained. We came here to change our life. And if you want to change your life, you have to change how you behave. Just change it. It's not working. Like, that's the realization, right? So I give you such a simple idea. Edit videos. It couldn't be simpler. But it feels big because you've got these other weights on you and you've got to change them. Whether it's a physical weight, whether it's a mental weight, a spiritual weight, it's there. This journey is about letting that go and shedding your old skin. It's not about becoming a genius and crafting fission energy or something like that. It's are you willing to go from, I don't have to be responsible for much. I can just go to work, clock in, get my money, go buy my stuff, watch Netflix, eat whatever I want, do whatever I want, and just repeat. There's such a big difference from that to becoming a professional who wants to run their own business and have incredible level of freedom. So you are on that. That's it. But that's enough. And if you can face what's blocking you, if you can come to terms with things that you've mistakenly adopted over the years, you will unravel it all and you will be free. And there will be a more pure version of you that is who you really are. But if you're constantly listening to all these people who really don't care about you, like, think about it. I came here for 200 minutes and someone out there just trying to steal your attention, they probably used AI to write some post. Like, you have to mute those people. You have to unfollow them. If they are not fulfilling your goals, if they have not brought you to the Holy Grail, get rid of them. And that's in real life too. It's because you are tolerating this. You have said, I don't mind this. I'll let myself go on social media every single day. You have no control anymore. You're out of control. That's what this is. You're all out of control. You've lost control. You're like my 3-year-old. He needs videos every day. Monster trucks, Dad, more. I need it. Wow, this stuff is so deadly. Okay, you're a kid again. You've become a kid again. And you think you need to watch it. You think you're going to miss out. I do it too sometimes, okay? I'm not immune. But I know that this is the problem. This has to be it. How can you be so close to social media, so close to the upload button, but every day you just press for you? For you. You! Stop doing it for you! You can't just do you. If you want something great, you have to do for others. Go make other people rich and you will become wildly successful. Go make other people happy and you will become wildly happy. Stop doing it for you. Okay, I know that's hard advice. Nobody wants to take a break of their favorite show. Nobody wants to put the video game down and give up their ranking. But I'll tell you, that having a business is the better video game. And that watching your own story years later will be the best movie you ever saw. And you have to come to terms with that. I've shown you today something very basic. Maybe not, I haven't given you enough, but if you think that you couldn't do it, you'd be wrong. You could do it. You could make 6-figure salary, which to me is not even enough anymore. I'm sorry. Not if you want to have a family. I want you to have a family. You're going to need 200K. You need to get there. Ask yourself this question. If I'm to get to 200,000 a year, would videos be my key? And if you meditate and you ponder that, you try to find a better word than videos that can get you where you want. You might try sales, maybe coding, maybe writing. I think video sounds pretty good. And I think that's where you should start. You know, that's why I chose this topic, because I think that's where I started. What can I say? I was doing blogging, but I wasn't getting paid enough for blogging. I got paid decent and for long periods of time because video is what people crave. People need videos to tell their story, to get their business's message out. We all need it. So what can we say? Why not go where the demand is? Why not go serve that hungry market? And you realize, yeah, I'm just a few steps away, but I got to get clear with myself. I have to take control of my life. I have to make some changes. Last chance for questions, and I'm peacing out. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you like this stream. I will do more. I prefer to be in streaming. I could only get so far today, but if you're willing to sit with me for a couple hours a week for free, we can make progress. And I believe if I just do this twice a week, I can make clips. I'll get better at making internal clips while I'm speaking. It's tough. But, you know, I want more videos too. And when I became both the video creator and the business owner, things collided. What do I do? What should I do? Product or promotion? It's an interesting question. I'm not going to get into that, but I did a lot of product last year, but 2024, I want to do a lot of promotion. And I think you should go back and forth. You see, in 2023, product shifted because AI came and said, whoa, your product ain't what it used to be, man. Just look at Jasper.ai. AI was so fundamentally changing, they had to revamp their entire business, and they were big. That was a SaaS tool I used, completely changed what they were doing because AI was so big. You had to step back the day GPT-4 was dropped. You should have dropped everything and said, whoa, what is this? I got to spend a lot of hours on this. And I did. I produced 25 live streams. Many of them are on YouTube about AI. And then I paused. I said, I learned a lot here. I can see what's happening. I can see the mistakes other people are making. They're rushing in. They think they can just do this little one feature idea. What did I do? I went back to the drawing board. I assessed that community is very valuable and is the edge for us. And I decided to move towards that and to explore the best online experience, knowing AI is there to serve me. I empowered myself to build the platform on bubble.io, a no-code platform, so I can unlock as much potential for our entire community as possible. And that's how I approached AI, is I stepped back. I said, I'll take some pain for a while. And by the way, if you want to be an entrepreneur and you can't take pain, you're going to have a lot of trouble. You have to be able to take some financial pain. You have to take mental pain. You have to take abuse from people occasionally. That's part of this warfare. But if you didn't step back from AI and you just kept going and you rapidly applied, you might miss the fundamental shift in life. And so some of those shifts are, some tasks are going away. Some things are becoming more important than ever. Some things will become commoditized, and some things will become prized and scarce. There will be no shortage of AI content. What does that tell you? That there might be an opportunity in human content. Now, we're not there yet, and you have to be careful when you listen to a pioneer. They're thinking years ahead. They're seeing the game way ahead of you. Chess, 5D, 50 moves ahead. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful. But I'm telling you, you got to step back, understand the way the world will be in 15 years, because you have a career to think about. This is not a game you're choosing for 1 year. I'm already in here 5-6 years. No problem going to 20. I got no problem going to 20. If you want to join me on a 20-year path, you better make sure you see where you'll be, where you and AI will collide, or where you will avoid AI catastrophe. Better be aware of that. And so, will AI affect video? Of course it will. Has it affected video? Yes. But you know what it did? It took away all the grunt work. Captions, grunt work, right? Filler, gaps, uhs and ahs removed. Like, that's not art. That's just best practice. Now you can go from there and layer any elements of art you want, any stylistic if you want. But AI is really taking away the grunt work. And so strategy will become more important. Uniqueness will become more important. And you, who may have clients, should look at me, my methods, and anyone else you can. Gather as much experience as you can and say, you know what? I do think there's something about authentic content. I do think there's something about live content. I do think there's something about saying there's no AI involved here. And I think one day we will have content that literally is proven to be AI proof. Like, there will be like, this content has not used AI, and there's like a digital certificate or something. I could see that because people want to know what's real, right? Because celebrities or influential people could be made to say anything. Have you seen the fake Joe Rogan ads coming up where he'll talk about some sort of supplement or something with an AI voice or something? Like, that's happening en masse right now, and people are going to demand transparency through all that. See my work on my investment thesis on Chainlink to find out how perhaps, tokenized assets and Oracle networks and verification could happen in the future. I do see that coming one day. Okay, getting a little off track. We've gotten a bit long, but there's plenty to say. But even more so, there's plenty to take action. So will you take action this week? Will you please get going? Could you write to me in the comment chat room right now, like, what's your action plan? So I could kind of see if people are interested and then kind of remember, okay, this person said that and this person's going to try and do that. Either tell me this: I'm starting my video agency this month. I'm going to skill up in video editing this month. I'm going to add video editing to my existing services. I'm going to focus on YouTube and really understand that and get some potential clients through that. Tell me those things. I would love to hear that. That'll be very helpful. Out of water. One little drippy drop. Any coffee left? One little drippy drop. Any Red Bull left? One little drippy drop. You think you can have 2 kids, run a live stream, run a business, have an academy of 400 people, recreate a no-code app without caffeine? The stim pack is the heart of society. I don't love to say it, but it's obvious. This world was built on stim, and stim is stimulants. I'm not recommending overdosing on stimulants, but there's no doubt in my mind that those who work a little bit faster are on stimulants. I definitely use caffeine. I don't use anything else, but I'm not gonna lie, I do use stim, little stim pack here and there. And I think you gotta be aware of it. I'm always thinking about it in like another one, I gotta be careful. But it's true, like, it takes a lot of hard work to be great, and you're gonna need energy. So clear out all the nonsense. Focus. Learn to love your process. Discipline. Patience. Being comfortable with discomfort. Ready for when a painful moment comes that you won't immediately retreat. These are the elements of success. Are simple tutorials with high demand good? Yes. If there are people already watching it, I think that's very good to just go and try and beat that. So that's skyscraper technique. If someone made a tutorial on how to bake a chocolate cake, that's going to be hard to beat. But How could you make your video more actionable, more entertaining, shorter, more concise? Look at what's already there and try and beat it. That's a tough mindset to take on, but I think that will help you. That's called skyscraper. You can never go wrong by trying to create better content than what already exists. Oh my God, I forgot to mention something awesome about this. Permissionless apprenticeship. Want to get a client before the end of the month? Pick 5 YouTubers between 10,000 subs and 50,000 subs in a high RPM environment, meaning revenue per mil, meaning if I make 1,000 views on this video, I'll probably get $30 to $50. If someone gets 1,000 videos on their how to play Fortnite episode 900, they might not get any money because no one really cares about advertising on that. My point is, the YouTubers in the 10 to 50,000 subs range are perfect for you because they're not so big that they already got an editor. These are the people coming up, and what you could do is you could go re-edit a long video of theirs into smaller videos, just show it to them and say, hey, I made this for you. You don't even have to ask. Build your portfolio for the next 30 days by working with 5 individual people. Send them 2 clips each. You'll have 10 clips for your portfolio. Repeat. Before you know it, those people will say, what do you charge? You see, with funnels, it's really hard to do that because you don't really know the offers. You don't really know the pricing. You don't know the back end. But videos, it's right there for you. Pick me. I'll take some free videos. Go edit me 2 videos this week. Drop them in my email, rich@richniche.com. I probably won't ask you how much you charge, but I will give you a good recommendation if you're in our community. I've helped lots of people get jobs. If that's what you're looking for, or even get clients, I can write you a referral or a reference. Jasmine says, I'm going to focus on mastering the basics of digital marketing through the Rich+Niche Academy, then focus on building a YouTube agency. We did it, everyone. We have caused someone to see the light and to take action. We've done our job. Allison says, going to be better at being present, connecting with humans than nature this week. No coffee, no Red Bull, just water for me, clean. No worries. All right. Seems like the live's a bit late on my end. Get the replay. No worries. Find your purpose or find your purse. Those are both things you want to find. Good stuff, everyone. Well, I hope you've had a good one. I think that's going to do it for me today. And when number 2 comes out, if you're subscribed, you'll see it. And if you're in our academy, you'll get the replay there. I wish you guys all the best. Happy holidays, happy new year. If I haven't seen you until now, you'll be seeing more of me this month as we focus on the one-person marketing agency. See you guys next time.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And may the algorithms be ever in your favor.